This is some Noodles production.
Alright, what's up? What's going on, guys? How you all doing today? If you're doing good, that's good to hear. My name's Captain Monk, and this is episode 12 in my series called Road to Gold. In this series, I take every primary weapon from level 1 to 31 until I unlock the gold camouflage. But on the road there, I collect clips of different attachments, proficiencies, and camouflages for your guys' viewing enjoyment, if that even makes sense. But after these clips, we got a little gameplay with the golden camo because this is Road to Gold, of course. So let's get right into the weapon stats for the SPAS-12, everybody. Alright, first of all, the SPAS-12 is unlocked at level 8. The SPAS-12 is a pump action shotgun, meaning after every shot you shoot, you have to pump it to load the next shot to shoot, basically, if that makes sense. The damage in the SPAS-12 is 25 to 5, and although that may seem low, the way shotguns work is per each shot you shoot 8 pellets. Now that does not apply to all shotguns, but that applies to the SPAS-12. Some shotguns shoot 6, some shoot 9, some even shoot 7, but not in Modern Warfare 3. But in Modern Warfare 3, some shoot 6 and some shoot 9. But the SPAS-12 shoots 8. And of those 8 pellets, each individual one does 25 damage within the SPAS-12's range, which is about 15 meters. After 15 meters, the SPAS-12 pellets will do absolutely nothing to anybody. So you gotta make sure you shoot someone within those 15 meters. So within those 15 meters, you'll take 4 shots to kill an opponent. If you miss I guess 5 of those shots and only hit 3, the opponent will not be dead unless you have damage. That is correct. With damage, it takes 3 shots to kill an opponent out of the 8 that SPAS-12 shoots. The clip size on the SPAS-12 is 8. That means 8 rounds in a clip. But with extended mags, you'll get 12, which is pretty good. The rounds per minute on the SPAS-12 is on par with the KSG-12 and the Model 1887, surprisingly, at 65 rounds per minute. So if you heard that right, you heard me say the model shoots just as fast as the SPAS and the KSG. Well, yeah, it's a fact, guys. The model shoots just as fast, so do not even for a second say, oh, I don't want to use the model, shoots too slow. Shoots just as fast. The reload speed for the SPAS-12 is on par with the other shotguns that reload 1 shell at a time at 0.66 seconds per shell, which is pretty decent, but it could be better. Like a magazine like the USAS-12 or the A-12, it's much faster like that, but it is what it is. That pretty much sums up all the weapon stats for this weapon. The one thing I want to bring up with you guys real quick here is I'm pretty sure this shotgun has the best feel of all the shotguns, and what I mean by that is it feels natural in your hands. It doesn't feel like a gun that you're kind of scared to miss a shot with. It feels very easy to use and natural, although it may not be very good in this game anymore like it was in Modern Warfare 2. Now let's get right into the gameplay here. So, in this gameplay you can clearly see my class layout on the edges of the video. So let's get right into the primary weapon here. So you can clearly see that I'm using the SPAS-12, of course, with extended mags and damage. Now the reason for this is because if you look at the attachments you've got grip, silencer, red dot, holographic, and extended mags. As far as I know, if I'm missing something, let me know in the comment section. But the reason you want to use extended mags, at least in my opinion, is because grip, as you see me fail here, I'm trying to jump off that ledge and I missed. The grip does not really help the SPAS-12 whatsoever because by the time you're ready to load the next shot, the recoil has settled and you're fine. Like the grip attachment has no effect on the SPAS-12. It's good when the SPAS-12 does not have extended mags on it yet. But until then, grip's fine, but if you have extended mags is the way to go because the suppressor just weakens the SPAS. It's really not a good attachment for it, and the red dot and holographic are completely useless on a shotgun because they do not really gain any precision because it's a shotgun. It doesn't work like that, so there's no point in using them. Extended mags is the way to go. Before they patched it, there was actually a glitch on the SPAS-12 and all the other shotguns, except for the model because it doesn't have extended mags. But when you equipped extended mags on a shotgun, what it would do is it would multiply the pellets the shotgun shoot. Now I mentioned this earlier, but the SPAS-12 shoots 8 pellets per shot. But with the extended mags pre-patched, it would shoot 12. Now because it shot 12, it basically gave it a bit of extra damage, if that makes sense, because that's pretty much how shotguns work. So it was a pretty good idea to use extended mags before that, but because of the patch, they removed that, and now it shoots 8 like it should, as always. So I kind of wish they didn't patch the SPAS-12 because it kind of sucks now, and this is a gameplay here post-patch. So I got this gameplay a couple days ago actually, because I was having difficulties getting a gameplay with this SPAS because it was getting a lot of hit markers because of the patch. So I wish they would have left it with 12 rounds when you get extended mags, or 12 pellets I should say. But it's been done. Nothing I can do about it. Infinity Ward doesn't listen to anybody. So it is what it is. And the reason for damage is because if you look at the shotgun proficiencies, really it comes down to either range or damage. And the range in the SPAS-12 is pretty good at 15 meters, and as little as that may seem on a shotgun, that is very good. And I don't see any reason to use range because the SPAS-12's range is already good enough as it is, and damage is really what you need on the SPAS-12. My secondary is the Scorpion. Now the reason for this, the Scorpion Dual that is, the reason you want to have these as your secondary is because they are extremely effective at long range. And when if someone, like an opponent, is a distance you cannot reach with the SPAS-12, do not be afraid to switch your Scorpions and just spray them at the guy. You'll be surprised by how effective it is. If you do not care for the Scorpions, feel free to use the MP9 as I get Wanted Pro'd on. If you don't know what that means, if you've seen the movie Wanted, you'll know what I mean by that, because in the movie Wanted, people curve bullets around corners all the time, and that's basically what just happened to me. I took a shot and I backed off all the way over to here, and I got killed. It was stupid. So it's one thing I don't like about Modern Warfare 3 is I hit my desk. Sorry guys, didn't mean to do that. But yeah, Scorpions are definitely the way to go. If you don't like those, the MP9's good as well with a single wield. Dual wield and MP9's not very good. Don't use G18s or FMG9s. It's not going to be very effective at all. Even some pistols, like a single wield pistol like the USP or the 5.7 is decent, but I personally like the Scorpion best as my secondary. Now let's get into the perks here. The sleight of hand is what you're going to want to run on the SPAS-12 because of its slower reload, because you have to put each shell in individually, unlike a magazine with the AA-12 or the USAS. So I preferably like to use sleight of hand for that, and I also like it so I can switch weapons faster in case I see a guy at long distance, or I'm shooting at a guy at long distance and then a guy pops up at close range and I need to switch my SPAS quickly. Hardline's there because the SPAS-12, there aren't really any good second tier perks for it. The only two choices that really make sense are either Hardline or Blast Shield, and Blast Shield's not very good in this game, so Hardline's pretty much the way to go. I see no reason to use Overkill because you have a long range secondary as it is, the Scorpions that is. So you don't really need Overkill. Assassin, I mean, if you want to use Assassin, be my guest, but no one's going to like you, everyone's going to hate you and want to punch you in the stomach, so I wouldn't recommend it, but if you want to use it, be my guest. So Hardline's pretty much what I think is best for the SPAS-12. I'm missing one last perk here. Quick Draw. Quick Draw, I don't think there's any point to it. I mean, if you're aiming on sight with the SPAS, I mean, it's probably the best shotgun to aim on sight on, but still there's no excuse to aim on sight on a shotgun, because aim on sight accuracy is just as good as hipfire accuracy. So when you put steady aim on it, which brings us to our last perk, steady aim, when you hipfire, you are more accurate than with aiming. So if you're using steady aim, make sure to hipfire as much as possible. So steady aim, like I said, it allows you to be hip firing with more precision, and that's extremely helpful with the shotgun, and it's also helpful with your Scorpions. So it's plus, and it also allows you to bring up your gun faster after sprinting, which allows you to hip fire faster and aim on sight faster, which is very helpful. So steady aim is the way to go. I'm not gonna get into my kill streaks because for one, the game's over, and two, the kill streaks in this game, I'm gonna use Assault. If you guys like Specialist, be my guest. Specialist is the way to go. I like Assault. Support's for dummies. Don't use Support. But Assault or Specialist, either one is good. There's not really a best setup because it really depends on how you play. Alright guys, that concludes Road to Gold. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.